Hello and welcome back to Branding Solutions, and today we are having the first episode of Smackdown, and we're going to start with some dark matches with Baron Corbin having an easy squash over Daivari, hired just for a night, so I don't think I've hired him. We follow that up with Bray Wyatt defeating R-Truth, just to give Bray Wyatt a bit of action leading up to the pay-per-view. Yeah, I hired Paige's mum, and well, she beat Dana Brooke and got an F. Yeah, I don't think either of these are going to last long. And the final one, Daniel Bryan versus Bad News. I'll finally have Daniel Bryan back as an active competitor with his television return coming up very soon at the next pay-per-view, which is a couple of episodes' time. Just give him some action against Bad News Barrett, quality 78 match. Now into the main show. In the main show, Edge opens it up in the ring, talking about the two qualifying matches for the title. We have Seth Rollins versus The Big Show and Sheamus versus John Cena, where they will face off to be crowned the Smackdown World Heavyweight Champion at the pay-per-view. Edge also welcomes back Daniel Bryan, and with all the yes chants going around, the music hits and Bray Wyatt enters the ring challenging Daniel Bryan to a match, and that he will leave the family behind. The match will take place at the next pay-per-view, which is Payback. Yeah, Payback. Surprisingly, this is within a day, and within a couple of days I have no matches. This will always happen at the beginning of these games, because no rivalries are set when you first install these games. So, and I got an 80. It is great to see, no one improved. And only for JBL's bad commentating. Never mind. We started the show with Apollo Cruz versus Ryback, which is very good rating to be honest, but Ryback wins thanks to Baron Corbin's interference. These two will be facing off. Well, Baron Corbin will be facing Apollo Cruz at the pay-per-view as well. We have John Cena hyping his match with Sheamus, which got a terrible rating. Not really sure why. John Cena is about to get a new gimmick, so... another terrible match with Bayley and Asuka facing Summer Rae and Alicia Fox. Bayley wins with a Bayley to Bayley suplex. And then that looks good. Those two look very strong. But Fox and Rae look quite bad, and it helps the storyline. You go on the block. Post-match, they get beat down. Oh, God, this terrible rating. But this is just to try and make Bayley and Asuka look better, because apart from Emma, those other four aren't going to be around long if I can help it. This is a number one contender match. Bit of a rushed book in, but I've decided I want someone who is good in the ring, which Becky Lynch was technically the fourth worst of this five, but won't actually have to go on and beat Charlotte. So we are going to book in Becky Lynch versus Charlotte for Payback. This will be the first defense by our Charlotte for the women's title, which is good. I think she needs a little run with it on this to start with, and then we'll go from there. But Natalya looked bad, which is weird because I thought she was meant to be good. Never mind. Then we have Rusev talking about having an open challenge at the pay-per-view. And we see the likes of Bad News, Baron Corbin, Goldust, Cody Rhodes, Ryback, and for some random reason Stone Cold walk past. This is just basically of having an open challenge before I lead up to a real rivalry with Rusev versus someone else. Team Rhodes Scholar reunited along with Wade Barrett on the Chosen Ones will be facing Mark Henry Goldust, an easy win for the Rhodes Scholars just to give them a bit of momentum for where their future lies. Seth Rollins cuts a promo on his match with the Big Show, which gets a better rating than John Cena. Well, that's strange. Charlotte defeated Naomi. Terrible match, apparently, but Charlotte was good. Apparently, Naomi and Tamina have no chemistry. Well, no shit. They do that on TV every week. But still, Charlotte came out looking reasonably strong in this one. And Bayley and Asuka at the top of the ramp laughing at Naomi after her quick defeat and challenged them to a match. So this will be another match set up for Payback. This time just a tag team match, just to give Bayley and Asuka a little bit more of a push, as they've only just come from NXT. We don't want to see them getting thrown in the title picture quite yet, as we know they're both very talented. But it's not the best section part of the show, but we'll work on that. Big Show and Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins wins with a very good 78 match. Seth Rollins with a 77 rating. Yeah, of course I know Seth's going to have to go into the title picture, which is obviously important. And big match, John defeats Sheamus with an attitude adjustment in a superb match, apparently. Even though the rating was lower, I believe. Whatever. And this will lead to the final segment of the night, where Edge just books this match between the two for Payback. So we will have our World Heavyweight title match to crown our first Smackdown champion between John Cena and Seth Rollins, because they are two of my main franchise players. That's to see how the show records, see how well we did. We got a 77, we got 14 plus and 23 loss, and we'll go back to the main screen to see if we have any more major news. And we're back at the home screen, and we'll go and see what our news is, because look, Mark Henry's angry. What a surprise. Let's see what the mail is. We have everybody coming to join. Alicia Fox is moaning because she has no momentum. And so is Mark Henry, which isn't a big worry for me. Smackdown rating of 24.9. And decision time. We have Brian Kendrick staying. Yeah, he was on a pay-by deal. And I'm bringing Carlito back because, well, Shining Lights suck and I need someone to guide them to the right direction. There's a few others maybe on their way. Well, that seems to be everything for this show. We'll just see how the Chosen Ones basically taking out Mark Henry. This one I'm going to start at the pay-per-view because I don't feel like we have enough build. This one's going pretty terrible. So is this one. US title, this was basically a tease. I haven't properly set this one up. Not till everyone has signed up for the show. The women's title, it's solid enough, but only had one episode. Now this one is doing very well, considering it's only had a few. And Wyatt time an 80, which is very surprising to be honest. So that actually means I am achieving the storyline, which is unusual for me. But I'm going to leave it here, and we'll say come back to see how well Shockwave goes. And as always, thank you for watching, and let me know who you want to see fight who, and whether we should have Rusev fight Goldust or anybody else at the pay-per-view. Enjoy your wrestling times.